Very good morning to all my dear lovely students. I hope you all are doing well at your home. So my dear students, welcome you all to yet another class of lesson number 10, Finding the Man's Cup. Right. So my dear students, in our last class we have done the reading portion of the lesson. Yeah, we have learned why it's important to read any text, any poem with proper modulation, with proper pronunciation. Right, it's very important whenever you read any text, any para, any story. Yeah, first you need to read it aloud. Yeah, so that you can just listen to your own words, whether you are pronouncing the words properly or not. Right, so my dear students, in our today's class we will be learning about the chapter in details. Okay, what is there in the story. So I'll be explaining this story today. So what we have to do right now, without doing further delay, let's check out what we have in our lesson. Okay, but before that, as we have done the reading portion in last class, let's brush up what was in the story by reading it. Got it? So let's begin. My dear students, please turn to page number 14. I'll be reading the story one more time. Please listen to it very carefully. It was a warm evening in the Seeonee Hills. Father Wolf woke up, yawned, scratched himself and spread out his paws. Mother Wolf lay with her grey nose on the back of one of her 4 squealing cubs. The moon shone into the cave where they all lived. It's time to hunt again, said Father Wolf. A shadow crossed into the cave. It was the jack feasted on the kills of other animals. No one liked him because he used to tell tales and make mischief. There is no food here, said Father Wolf. I am happy with a few leftovers, said the jackal. He found a bone and started chewing on it. After a while, he said, Sher Khan has decided to hunt close by. The law of the jungle is that he cannot change his hunting area without warning, said Father Wolf angrily. I am going. Listen carefully. You can hear Sher Khan hunting, said the jackal. Then he slid out of the cave and vanished into the night. There was a loud roar. Sher Khan missed his catch, said Mother Wolf. I wonder who his prey is, said Father Wolf. The bushes rustled and Father Wolf tensed his muscles, ready to attack. Look, it's a man's cub. They saw a baby just able to walk. He looked at them and laughed, not afraid at all. Father Wolf caught him into his jaws and gently brought him into the cave. At once, the baby pushed his way through the cubs to come closer to Mother Wolf. Suddenly, Sher Khan thrust his great head and shoulder into the cave. A man's cub came here. Give him to me, roared Sher Khan. The wolves are free people and we do not take orders from you. The cub is ours, said Father Wolf. The tiger roars filled the cave with thunder. Mother Wolf stepped forward. The cub is mine. He shall not be killed. Go away, she said with so much anger that Sher Khan backed away. Yes? So my dear student, this was the reading of the lesson. Right? So before going to the explanation, let's check out what is the objective of today's lesson. Coming to the objective. So my dear students, coming to the main objective of lesson 10, Finding the Man's Cub. The objective is the students will be able to develop and inculcate the habit of helping others in need. Okay, so the main objective is that we will learn why it's important to help others when they are in need, right? And also, my dear students, it will just form a habit of kindness. Yes, when you help somebody else, when you help a person who is in need, definitely you have kindness in your heart, right? For that reason, you are helping the person. A person need to have that quality, the quality of helping others, the quality of kindness, to shower your help to others, right? Your love to others. So, my dear students, let's start the story. So, my dear students, the story that we are going to start is the very famous story from the book The Jungle Book. I can say I'm very sure that you all have watched the movie The Jungle Book. Yes, in our last class I have discussed about the main character. So, what was his name? Mowgli, right? And I don't know how many of you would still remember this song, that Jungle Jungle Pata Chala Hai. A very famous song. Yes, my dear students, before going to this, it was a warm evening of Seeonee Hills where the Wolf family live. Okay, so who were there in the Wolf family? Father Wolf, Mother Wolf, and their 4 little cubs. Okay, so it was a warm evening. Father Wolf just woke up from his sleep. Okay, what he did, he started yawning, opening his mouth wide open, and he started taking breath. When do we yawn? When we feel very lethargic, when we feel very bored. Yes, and when we are very tired, even then we yawn. So Father Wolf, he just woke up from his sleep and he started yawning and scratching himself and spreading his paw. And in the meantime, Mother Wolf, who was near Father Wolf, she started pushing her cubs with her grey nose. Yes, so what she started doing? Mother Wolf lay with her grey nose on the back of one of her 4 squealing cubs. So what do you mean by squealing now? Squealing means making a long, high-pitched cry or noise, right? So Mother Wolf was just making her child, her cubs to not to make noise. And suddenly Papa Wolf, Father Wolf told that, okay, it's time to hunt now. Okay, he was just telling all his family, his wife, the Mother Wolf, and his cubs that it's time to hunt now. A shadow suddenly crossed into the caves, and they saw that there is a jackal inside. In the jungle, nobody likes the jackal. Do you know why? Because of his few habits. The first habit was that the jackal never hunt for himself. He always just depend on others' feast. He go and have the food which is already hunted by other animals. Yeah, for that reason many animals don't like the jackal. And the other thing for which the jackal was not liked was for his mischievous things, for telling lies, for telling stories, for telling tales and all, which are not relevant, which are not true. For that purpose, the animals of the jungle, mostly they don't like the jackal. Yeah, so what happened? As Father Wolf, he told that, okay, it's the time to hunt now. Suddenly he saw a shadow into the cave, and they saw that it was the jackal. Father Wolf was very angry seeing the jackal into the cave. So he said that, my dear, you are in a wrong place. You are not going to get anything here. We don't have any food here for you. And at that time, the jackal told that, no, I'm happy with my leftovers. I have my leftovers and I'm going to have that. You don't worry about me. Yeah, and he said so, and suddenly he just picked one bone that was into the cave. So, the first character for which he was not liked was that he always up to the others' feast. Yeah, he always tried to have the things which are hunted by the animal. He never tried to give his own efforts to even find out his own food. Right? So at that time when father said that you don't have any food, he very nicely, with a pride, very nicely he told them, no, I'm very happy with the leftovers. But suddenly he also picks his food which was feasted by the wolves. Yeah, he started taking the bone and started chewing it up. Once he completed chewing, he told that, do you know, Sher Khan has just decided to change his hunting area. He decided to hunt close by. And listening to that, Father Wolf was very angry. He told that jungle has its own rules and regulation. Yes, and nobody changes his hunting place without any warning. How come Sher Khan do that? If he had to change his hunting area, he need to inform it earlier. And he was very angry. Okay, but Jackal, he has done his duty. He told what Sher Khan was about to do. Once he finished giving the informations, what he did, he simply slid and vanished into the light. Father Wolf was very angry and he was looking to Mother Wolf. How can Sher Khan do that? Right? He cannot hunt in our area. He didn't even inform us. This area, this territory is ours and we have the right to hunt for our food. But if Sher Khan will change the hunting area, definitely he will take their prey and they will not get anything to eat. For that all purpose, Father Wolf was very angry. Yes, and suddenly they heard the sound. They heard Sher Khan roaring. Sher Khan gave a very loud roar, and at that time the Mother Wolf said, I think Sher Khan has missed his prey. When tiger is very angry, he roars very loud. And just now the jackal told that he just changed his hunting area. He was just hunting close by. So Mother Wolf said that might Sher Khan just missed his prey. And to that Father Wolf said, I don't know who his prey is. I wonder who his prey is. And started thinking. Suddenly they heard the bushes rustled. Yes, and Father Wolf was tense, thinking, what was the sound? Yes, is somebody coming inside the cave? So he was just ready to attack. And they suddenly saw a baby who was just able to walk. Yeah, so he looked at them. The baby looked at them and smiled. The baby was not at all afraid. Yeah, he was not at all afraid and he was just crawling inside. And then Father Wolf caught him into his jaw. Yeah, and gently brought him into the caves. So what do we mean by jaw? The lower part of the face. Yeah, where the teeth grow. Once the baby was brought inside the cave, what did the baby do? The baby just pushed away all the other cubs and directly went to the Mama Wolf, the Mother Wolf. Looking at this, the Mother Wolf's heart melted. Then suddenly, Sher Khan entered into the cave. He just entered his big head into the cave and shouldered into the cave. Right? A man's cub is here. He started saying, a man's cub is here. Give it to me. He started roaring again. He roared very loud. Okay, so when Sher Khan entered into cave, he was very angry and he directly said that here is a man's cub. It's mine. Give it to me. The Father Wolf said, wolves are free people. We don't take any orders from you. The cub is ours and we are not going to give that to you. Listening to this, the tiger roared very loud and it thundered into the cave. Okay, Mother Wolf stepped forward then and she said, he is mine, the cub is mine. He shall not be killed. You just go away from here. She said in so much of anger that the tiger, Sher Khan, had to back away. Yeah, have you seen? It's a lovely story. Yes, how kind the wolves are. The man's cub is nobody to them, right? But only the smile that the baby gave to them. Yeah, when they saw a small cub man's cub entering into the cave, it filled their heart. Yeah, and they decided that if we leave this man's cub, then definitely Sher Khan would eat him. Yeah, for that purpose, they just protected the man's cub and they also fight with Sher Khan coming forward saying that the cub is mine and we are not going to give it to you. He is ours. He is mine cub and I'm not going to give it to you. Got it? Yes, it's a lovely story. It's a very lovely story of kindness, of helping others. Right? Yes, so my dear students, always try to inculcate the habit of helping others, being kind, yeah, and also trying your level best whenever you see any person who are in need. Yeah, try to just help them out. Got it? So my dear students, it's a very beautiful story of a man's cub and how he was brought up by the wolf's family. Got it? Okay, so my dear students, in our next class we will be doing the summarization of the chapter and also we'll discuss the question answers. Right? So before that, there is a question for you all. If you have seen an old man trying to cross the street, yes, but he is unable to do so. So what will you do? How will you help the old man crossing the street? Yes, just keep this in mind that you are a small child. Yeah, so you can't go there and cross the street and help him in crossing that. So what will be your act? From whom you are going to seek the help to make the old man cross the street? And the next is the describe the character of Sher Khan. Yeah, so you have to write down the character description of Sher Khan. Got it? So my dear students, that's all for today. We'll meet up again in our next class. So thank you and have a nice day.